What's up guys, it's Roger and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be trying the second weapon, the new weapon I should say, for the Necromancer. It's called Life Harvester. Gets some extra armor power, less cast frequency, but extra movement speed, which I do love to see, and extra health per level up. That's pretty nice in my opinion. We're going to fire a shattering projectile in the direction you're aiming at, piercing through enemies in a line and causing 200 damage and inflicting doom on enemies and healing 10 health on allies, so it can heal a little bit as the Necromancer is one of these classes that does have some summons directly built into his kit. Now you can check out the runes here if you would like to. Gonna be going for a bit of a synergetic build here, and of course we do have on the special weapon, so we're gonna check out what the new special weapon is for the Necromancer as well. Last episode we checked out the new weapon on the Paladin, and we finished curse level 6 on the Scorching Valley. Today we're gonna go to the Caves of Daljong, my old buddy from high school, and do up to and including curse level 6 on there. See if we can beat that. We beat curse level 6 pretty fast on the Caves of Daljong. So I'm excited to see, the Scorching Valley, so I'm excited to see if we can do the same thing on the Caves of Daljong. Of course, the Paladin run was very strong, so I don't know how this one's going to go. Whoa, that's pretty darn cool. I like that. Nice, some little scullies. Oh, this must be our second ability. Ancient Curse. Fire a shadowy blast in a cone in front of you, causing 250 damage and applying doom to enemies, and increasing the cast frequency of allies by an additional 50% for 12 seconds. Interesting. Now, do they have to be in the cone to get their cast frequency increased, or is it just at all? Like, once that activates, any of my allies are going to get that cast frequency modifier. I'm not quite sure, but I'm interested to find out. Seems like some pretty cool abilities, and this is what I think the Necromancer kind of needed. Honestly, I feel like he was kind of lacking. I'm going to go for some good direct damage, and I think I'm only going to go for probably one summon. One of the unique abilities that I have, or unique skills I should say, for the Necromancer is Putrid Hounds, and it's his only summon that I haven't tried yet. So I'm going to go see if we can get Putrid Hounds to spawn as one of our skills, and that is the summon I want to build on in this one. Besides that, we're going for a synergetic build, and I want to kind of make that synergy off of Doom if I can. So I want to do a big Doom build. Would be pretty nice to me. Just go with some crit here. Shadow Orb, Cursed as well, is pretty good. If we are going a bit synergetic build, what I want to do is get Chromatic Bolt. Chromatic Bolt can put any negative effect in the game on our enemies. And when you're doing a synergetic build, what you want to do is get negative effects on enemies. That's why it's so good on something like the Chaos Walker. So if we can get that early, and then get some synergetic passive upgrades, then that means we can just get a bunch of, well, synergies going with our negative effects, and make it to where we're always having so many negative effects on our enemies. Bait out a big attack from the insta-kill guy there. Being a little careful. Let's go ahead and do our level ups here. Critical damage. Cast frequency. Void is not the best in the world, and I actually really like Arcane Sparks. I like Chaos Golems too, because they're so tanky. I'm going to go Arcane Sparks for now. Give me the multi, and then I like banishing stuff like this when I'm doing a synergetic build. For now, I'm going to get one level of it, just so I have something that can apply burn. That was silly of me to just kind of stand there. I honestly thought he couldn't really catch me and do that for the most part, but he proved me wrong. He said, no, sorry. This may be the tortoise and the hare, but you're the tortoise, my friend. And I was like, oh, okay. Don't know what the hell hit me there. Probably just some silly ass exploder, which you gotta love. I love Ice Vortex. I love Bloodlust. Movement speed and cast frequency. I'm gonna go Bloodlust. And I will take a little health. Let's start buffing up Bloodlust. Got it for a reason, because it's real good. I want to take out this totem. It's kind of rubbing my nuts the wrong way, and you know, you don't really want that. There's several things in your life that you might want to get rubbed, but your nuts, probably not one of them. Ooh, gotta be careful there. That's a lot of enemies, unfortunately. Well, fortunately and unfortunately, because fortunately, hey, we can get some XP out of that. Unfortunately, because, well, they're smacking my cheek holes around, and I kind of just want to do some damage to this shit. There we go. Putrid Hounds, perfect. So summon 2 Putrid Hounds to fight for you, applying a weakness. When they attack, a maximum of 7 can be active at once, and weakness will make them just take more damage. Okay. Perfect. Wait, what is Chaos? Obviously Chaos is going to be on this, and it should be on this as well. And nothing else, I'm pretty sure, but it's still very good. block power. I do love Death Vortex. Do I want Death Vortex over Arcane Sparks? I think I do, and I'll tell you why. Doom stacks up. When Doom stacks up, if you can apply enough Doom, it'll execute your enemy. I want as many things as I can get applying Doom, so I can execute my enemies that are higher health. If I can get, you know, a bunch of Doom effects like this, then we can just start executing people. So, it sounds pretty nice to me. And honestly, I think I'm gonna hook it up to the corner here and maybe farm for a second, because we're about to hit the first bosses. So let me get to the, I was gonna say, outside of the corner a little bit before we actually get these bosses spawning. Because I don't necessarily want to fight them in a big old corner. Don't know how my future hounds are really doing yet. Careful of that, that is the insta-kill ability. How are we doing on this guy? Whoop. Not the best. I wish we were killing him a little faster. Ah. Wow, I almost just got fucked over there by some silly knockup. Hate knockup in this game. It's crazy because I have knockback resistance from my sure-footed rune, and sometimes it feels like it just doesn't do anything. Speaking of not doing anything, these bosses aren't taking any damage. I guess they just are having a day off from taking damage, so that's interesting. Don't really love that. But at the same time, we are stacking up some good Doom here. Are you good? I don't know, I feel like you're not good, but then again, you're both level 1, so let's give it time. I like the choices on screen here, but I'm not going to go for them right now. Let's keep getting as much synergy stuff as we can. I love Death Vortex. There's no way I'm not going to push it. Get rid of that. I don't want those. So if there's anything like that where it's just like this, I don't want it. Because I can get that. Actually, we'll take the agility one. I'll keep that in the pool. I can just get that stacking from synergy type stuff. I want to get any kind of negative effects. I'm stacking a bunch of them. I want them stacking because I have them from synergetic. You know what I mean? That's how I usually play synergetic builds. I don't know if it's correct, but that's how I do it. Yeah, I need my base attack to get some damage up or something, because what the fuck is this? Is it supposed to be worthless? I feel like it shouldn't. The elites are getting their cheek holes slapped. Wow, that is the fastest I've ever seen you do a laser, my sir. But you should have built-in cooldowns now, ever since that last patch, where you can't just keep doing those same abilities over and over. And I will say that is something that I have noticed that actually is probably the best change they made to these bosses. One that I'm a big fan of. Kind of just seeing if I can get enough Doom on this guy to execute him here at some point. He has 72 stacks. I don't know if it's going to actually execute anytime soon. But it would be pretty cool if I can be honest with you. Whoop. Careful here. I think our summons were tanking a lot, and now they kind of lost their tank, but holy shit, that's a lot of dudes. If I can kill these elites, I can get so much XP. XP that I need at that. Alright, I want to keep working on the Guardian here since I was already going crazy on him. But the Prophetess is kind of standing on our XP and on where I need to fight. So that's a bit of a problem too. Not too big of a problem. We can chop through it, but... Doom goes to Dazed. Perfect. Now is the time when we can start chaining. We get these synergy effects. We start chaining. We're looking good for it. Okay. You can explode somebody else. I'm not really down for it. That's not really the kind of guy I am. You know, I'm not really a explodey guy. More of a guy that, you know, just really doesn't like getting exploded, which is personal preference. I know. And if you are someone who likes to be, you know, exploded, yeah, that's up to you, man. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to not get exploded myself. I think that's respectable. Got some good XP in there. I'm kind of just... Ooh, interesting. Area modifier? Sure. I don't know how much that's going to help the hounds. Gotta go potency. If it's any kind of buffing attack, I always go usually for that upgrades because, well, it's going to help all your other abilities do more. We did kill our first boss, we did kill our second boss, and the third one died as well. Or no. Why did 4 bosses spawn? No, we didn't kill the third one. I think I killed something else, and it looked like the boss died. Hello, big freak. I want to kill that totem. Do you mind if I just do that really quick? I'm trying to build some health here. If you notice, I've been buying a lot of health. That's a big upgrade right there. And block power, just because I know I'm going to get hit on this one a lot. So I'm kind of trying to prepare for that. And hopefully take less damage from those hits. If I can help it. Wow. Fully expected to get hit there. Somehow danced my way out of it. And I mean literally, your boy was on his tiptoes dancing around. You're gonna insta-kill me if I let you touch me, so I'm gonna let you not. You should die, sir. Okay. Can I dash through that? Yeah, for the most part. Not that, though. Holy heck. Got a little stuck in architecture there. What else is new? Man. Per usual, Necromancer. Absolute lackluster class. Doesn't seem like this new weapon has changed that at all. But this is also comparison to my last run going crazy dazed with crit on the Paladin's new weapon, which I think is super strong. So, I don't know, but at the same time, it does feel really weak, I gotta say. Okay, agility goes to dazed. But we're also getting our synergetic stuff stacked up here, you know, we don't have it all going as crazy as it can yet. We gotta wait. Let that stuff stack up, because it's gonna get stronger as we go. Definitely not doing any extra portals, because I'm not even gonna get any open. Which is fine with me. Trying just to beat this curse level a little bit if I can. Get that totem out of here. And we did kill another boss up here, apparently. Cool. These bosses are gonna start stacking up, like, really fast. Can I please just get the fucking... Okay. Give me the... Okay. Yeah, that's a hitbox. That is a hitbox. Sure. I think that these totems... Wait. Get executed pretty handedly sometimes. That's pretty nice. I do like the execute on the Doom. I think it's helping quite a bit. Huh. Yeah, if I could get this crystal, it'd be cool. No, I'm sorry. Why is there still poison on the ground there? What are you talking about? Are you telling me he's randomly reapplying poison to a spot on the map where there are no enemies standing? Why would that make sense? None of my summons were standing there. I wasn't standing there. So why are you going to sit here and tell me that he's been randomly reapplying poison to that exact spot? Is the AI smart enough to randomly reapply a bunch of poison to a boss crystal just so you can't pick it up? Because that is just ridiculous if it's true. But I really wouldn't think it's true. That's awesome. I can get more dogs now. Well, yeah. Death Vortex. Make it come to life, baby. Okay, I actually got to crush that out pretty quick once I could, you know, hit it. Alright. Ugh. All the enemies are up there. I just really want to actually get some time to shoot them. So I'm applying a lot of these skulls out here from our new special weapon. Like I said, my question is, well, I don't know how big the cone is, to be fair. But then after that, is it every time it casts that my dogs get more cast frequency, or does it actually have to hit them in the area of the cone attack? And when I multicast, is it getting a, well, stacking amount of the multicast buff from me multicasting that ability? Or is it only getting one instance of that multicast boost? I have a lot of questions, and I'll probably never get answers. That's usually how it goes. I need to kill a boss. Oh. Never mind. I was going to say I need to kill a boss so I can actually get access to this XP, because I know there's a lot sitting up there. But I was actually able to get through to it. Any crit damage. Yeah, I need to stack the Chromatic Bolt, I think. Surprise Gift is one of our new abilities we got recently, and it's actually really strong. I didn't click that, but thank you. Ooh, gotta take that, baby. Oh, let's go. I'm taking the Wound. Wound is instrumental for these builds. You get Wound, and you're setting yourself up for a dubski, baby. An absolute doubleooski. This is where you can actually start stacking, like, a bunch of negative effects. That's what we're gonna try to do. Now you can stack them if you can hit the bosses. But there's kind of... Oh god, I don't know if you heard my laugh. It was really high pitched there. Sometimes my noise cancellation filters that out. But that shouldn't have hit me. I'm literally standing there like, okay, good, that can't hit me. It's above me. Nope! Suddenly I'm in it. Interesting. Explain that one. Alright. I really can't get close enough. My attacks don't go far enough. We did kill someone. There's a blue crystal in there. And there's so much XP on the ground there. But I can't get to it. I'm just locked out of there. And here, look at this. There's a whole pool of XP below me right here. I can't touch it. Because it's just covered in poison. Just random poison attacks. Why is it taking me this long to kill a fucking totem? Like, what? Alright, I guess I'll see you later. I hope you die. Yeah, whatever. Fucking damage me. I get 5 levels because there's so much XP on the ground, but you won't let me have it. Silly, silly, silly. Alright. Let's actually reconsider some abilities here because... Well, look how many negative effects we're stacking up. Like, they are looping. Is this bad? This thing, I don't know. And again, they don't have the ability to actually see how much damage your current abilities are doing mid-run. So I can't even check that and know what I would maybe even want to swap out. I know more summons isn't the answer, because summons are dog shit. You know? Do I get rid of my summons? I truly don't know. Tempt me with something. None of this is really tempting me in the slightest. Except for trading this for this. Just because they're so tanky. No, not at all. Little stinky. Little stinky. This is tempting, actually. Just because I know it could be so good. And it stacks slow and paralysis, which are different things we don't necessarily have. Whatever. I truly think that ability might kind of suck. And I can't really go up anything. Because I can't stick in the fight long enough to test it. And even if I can, I can't really see the damage all that much. So, like, you know, what do you want me to do? We are to the part of the game where a bunch of spiders are going to start sucking my nuts. And then I won't be able to move. So that's fun. Always one of my least favorite parts of the match. The run, I should say. The match is an online one. No, I'm sorry, but like, what? Why is this so tanky? What? Huh? And what? And huh? Finally, it died, but also the spider webs finally wore off me. They were just eating my cheeks. I'm actually pretty quick when it, you know, I'm not randomly slowed like I am right now, I'm pretty sure. They should add something where it actually shows your negative effects that are on you. Oh, I guess slow is probably one of the only, like, negative effects that get stuck on you, because it's not like a fire attack hits you and then you get burning on you, or a poison attack hits you and you get poison on you. It's just like, okay, you're damaged if you're in that attack. I gotta dodge through that, don't I? No, it's actually at its end, so... Oh, there's so many totems and bosses. We did kill another boss in there. I think we killed an Alexi or something. Thought I saw that coming. It's like barely at the edge of its casting. Oh yeah, that icy vortex is actually hitting pretty hard when it explodes. Hey, little spider. Go away. And fuck you. Mostly go away, though. Alright. Like, see, I'd love to stand there and actually shoot some attacks in, but it's like... How can I? I just truly don't think I'm allowed to. Go Go away. Ooh, slow to fragility. Perfect. That's gonna go really well with Ice Vortex. Well, and Chromatic Bolt, obviously. Give me the damage. Okay. That should help. Yeah, because one of you isn't enough. You know, let's make sure there's 2 guys doing Flamethrower at the exact same time. It's fair. It's balanced. It's fun. Go get him, Slugger. That's the speech they give me every time I start a run. You know, I was just thinking a great idea would be if we spawned more bosses. So I'm really glad the game went ahead and took that into its own hands and made that great decision. Sometimes they just know what they're doing. Oh. Has there ever been like a game, just any video game, that's been balanced correctly? I've never played one that's been balanced correctly. And hey, it's really hard. I know that. And some of your closest times you're ever going to get to actually having good or fair balance is a very early in a game's lifestyle. Or, lifestyle. Life. I can't think of the fucking word, so who cares? But I guess just life works, honestly. Oh, yoink. Thanks, suckers. Yeah, sure, let's spawn more bosses. It makes sense to me. But there's been some games that I played where usually if the balance is bad at some point, it's just like, yeah, the balance is just gonna be bad in this game, and that's just how it goes. That game just has shitty balance. It's usually a case of devs who don't know what they're doing, which I don't think is the case in this one. I think the devs are actually really good on this game, and they have a very clear vision of what they want this game to be, and that's awesome. And I respect that. Doesn't mean that they're going to be good at balancing certain things and they won't make mistakes. Clearly. Clearly by this run in front of you right now. Like that didn't hit me, but that hit me. Go fuck yourself. And that, like, their hitboxes are a little janky sometimes. But I play games where it's just like always bad balancing. And then eventually, like I played a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, right? If you know that game, whew, so many problems. I don't even know where to start with the problems in that game. But one of the biggest is just like characters will be fucking busted. Their guns are really good. You know, whatever it may be, their abilities are super strong. And they'll do this thing where they like over nerf, which is a big problem. But then at least when you over nerf something, you can always just revert the nerf, revert half the nerf or whatever it may be later on. You know, it's not the best thing in the world, but at least you fix it eventually, you know? Over sitting there and having no action, and it just stays broken, which is something that, like, Destiny 2, which is a main game I played, does a lot, where they just don't take any action. And so something stays fucking broken for months. And the entire community is sitting there like, hey, this is completely busted. You need to fix it. You need to nerf this now. And they go, oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do that. And the funniest thing to me about that game is it's these devs who claim that they play the game too. Like, oh, well, we're players of the game too. We love the game ourselves. So, of course, we're going to balance it. And it's like, no, you don't. You're not playing this game. If you guys actually played this game, you would never be okay with the way you let it live right now. Jeez, it's like if I was running a school and I was like, well, I also attend the school, so of course I want it to be as good as it can. But instead of toilets, I just made you sit on a rusty nail every time you had to take a shit. That wouldn't really be good, would it? You'd probably think I was a pretty shitty principal. And that's essentially what they do to Destiny 2. And everyone's like, hey, you guys don't know how to balance your game. And it's clear to me, I'm just like, you don't play this game. There's no way you play this game. If you play this, none of this would ever get through. Ever, ever, ever. They had a gun right now that is insanely broken again. The thing about this gun is it was broken for a really long time, and then finally they were like, okay, we're gonna nerf it. So it runs the meta for months and months and months and months and months. Okay, we're gonna nerf it. Perfect. They actually do, and I was like, oh wow. And they didn't nerf it and kill it. What they did is they nerfed it, and it was just good. Like, it was just a good gun. I was like, oh, that's just a solid gun now. I can actually respect people using that to a degree now, because it's just a solid gun. Like, that's good. That's where you want guns to be. Is like, this is a solid gun, and what's going to make the gun really good is your personal skill as a player. That's what I want to see out of my balancing of a gun. And then, with this most recent update, they turned right around, and they made it fucking overpowered again. They're like, okay, we're going to rework it. And they reworked it, and they made it just disgustingly overpowered again. And it was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What? Why did you nerf it? And it's like, it's okay for a gun not to be broken. A gun can just be good. You can just have good guns, good weapons in the game. That's fine. Who's mad about that? But I say that, and there are players that are mad about that because there's too many players that don't know how to play the game, and all they can do is crutch. So they have to have those guns. If they don't have those guns, they can't play the game because they're dog shit. So they go, oh no, they made it so bad before, and now they're just making it good again. It's like, no. It was fucking disgustingly broken before. Then they finally made it balanced, but you can't play the game without the crutch. So you just complained and bitched the whole time it was just a fine gun, and now it's overpowered again. Now you can crutch it again. So now you're sated. But it's just like, man, you a lot of times can see the usage rates for stuff in that game. And yeah, I think it was like a 95%, 80%, something super high, like way more than just halfway, you know, usage rate of that weapon. And one of the highest tier PvP playlists of that weekend when it got buffed. It's just like, what do you fucking expect? That's what that community does. If they can crutch something, they will crutch something. But it's just how it goes. And that's what I'm saying. I've never seen a game consistently balanced well, with the exception of like, yeah, do that. Smite, which is a game that I played a lot of, especially back in the day. I rarely play it now, but played it for a long time. I played it for a lot of time. And there's been some times, there was this one patch they did, and it was literally like the perfect patch. Like there was this time when they did that patch, and just all the characters in the game were like balanced to me. Like no matter what my teammates chose or I chose on a team comp, with, you know, out like trolling, you know, like you didn't all go mages, you're all went hunters or something, you know what I mean? Like you picked an actual team comp, but no matter what gods people chose, it was just good. Like you weren't mad at them for picking something because you weren't like, oh, they're trolling. You were just like, yeah, that god's pretty good right now. Oh yeah, that god's pretty good right now. And everything was just like pretty good. Sure, there were still some people that were, some characters that were strong, but for the most part, you didn't think somebody was like completely scummy just for picking something at that point. And that was awesome to see because it was like, wow, they've actually kind of balanced this game incredibly well for this point in time, which is hard to do when a game is going on and on and on and on and on in its lifespan. I think that was the word I was looking for earlier, was lifespan. And they like did it for a while. And of course it kind of fell apart after a while. But my point is, it's possible. You know, it's completely possible. Especially in a game like this, when there's not so much out yet, it's so possible to get insanely good balancing because there's so little in the game. Well, there's actually a good amount of stuff in the game, but you know what I mean, compared to how much stuff there's going to be in the game. Oh, I don't know, 6 months from now? You think about that. So now is the perfect time to actually make as much perfect balancing as they can and just try to keep that updated with every patch they do. Because going back to my original point at Rainbow Six Siege, it was just, they took this one season because the game was in a really bad spot, hackers out the wazoo, which still is nowadays. But for a while, they took this one whole season where they said, okay, we're going to barely give you any content this season, but what we're going to do is just fix the game. And they did. And they did so many bug fixes, so many anti-cheat updates, and they just did ban wave after ban wave, and all these cheaters were getting banned, all these bugs were getting fixed, all this stuff was getting balanced, and the game actually started becoming playable, and not only playable, but enjoyable. And it was just the perfect thing to get people really interested in the game, and like, oh, clearly they care, because they took an entire month, or not month, an entire season off to to actually go in and say, hey, you know, we want our game to actually exist and live and not die, because people start talking, you know, and if you want to talk to a company, you have to talk with your wallet. And I think that started happening. And I think they probably saw that, and they were like, this is going downhill, we gotta actually change stuff around here, you know? So they actually fixed a good amount of stuff, and I love to see that. I like when companies know, hey, we need to actually look at our product right now and see it's not in good shape. We need to address it. Like, super address it. I mean, like, take time off, say, okay, we're not going to be greedy little pigs for once in our lives. We're actually going to sit here and fix this game, and then we'll get back to making some money and content for you guys afterwards. But first, let's fix the game. And it's like, that's all I want to see. Companies just don't want to do that. Unfortunate. Understandable, because they're, like I said, greedy little pigs, but still unfortunate. Cool, I dodged that. Oh, I did dodge that. Some stupid exploder hit me, I'm pretty sure. Nope. Sorry, insta-kill dude, I'm not dying to you right now. I was kind of worried when I saw the insta-kill dude was one of the cursed things, but honestly, it's not that bad. He not that bad. Okay, fuck you. Yeah, just give me the damage modifier. I don't need a bunch of XP multipliers by this point. Jesus, man. I just like... What are these abilities? They seem so pointless. Look how much damage I'm stacking up on this guy. I have Bloodlust active right now. I'm just shooting skull after skull after skull straight into his big old plague ussy. That's a plague ussy, you know. And finally, there's like an execute, I think, from the Doom or something, but... Okay, teabag this guy. Screw him, screw you. Go away. But it's just like... Man, I don't know. Skills can now be picked multiple times. Power-ups that enhance specific skill will now be applied to a random instance of the skill. Oh my god. So I can get... Oh my god. Okay, wait, I know what build I want to try. See what just did 60 million damage for us? Chromatic Bolt. I want to do a build where I put on that new rune and I just build 6 Chromatic Bolts. And then I do that with Synergetic. Oh, but wait, do I have enough runic power? I think I do. Dude. Because you just do this. Oh, you cost 5? Eat my cheek holes. I'll have to see if I can get one more runic power. If I can, I want to do that build so bad. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to leave me a like, comment, subscribe, or hit that notification bell so you can see more in the future, that would be awesome, awesome, awesome. This is a daily series, so if you do want to see this delivered straight to your inbox every single day, then very much consider hitting that bell and subscribing. Next, we're probably going to try out the second weapon on the Assassin and get the second weapon of the Legionnaire unlocked and try that out as well. And then we'll have tried every single new weapon for these characters, and we can actually give our judgment of which ones are the best. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it, and have a great day.